Alright, you guys. Hey, what's up, you guys? I was not intending to do one of those, but my glasses are actually over here. I'm starting late. It's almost 9:10. By this time, I'm already editing the thumbnail. I'm already doing stuff. Do you guys like the thumbnails, or should they be more me and have me in frame or something? I don't know. But I just wanted to go ahead and start doing thumbnails and not just my ugly face, cause they never get you when you're PLL, you know what I'm saying? It's never cute. The YouTube generated thumbnails are always super ugly, and just can you get me one at least look cute? Also, my hair. We're on straightening session 1. Also, this hairbrush is tore up from the floor up. I've had the same hairbrush for 5 years. Anyway, so I can't brush too hard. I digress. Let's go ahead and get into the episode. Found my glasses. We can start. All right. So first things first, I deleted my notes. I get a notification every time I come on my notes app, and it's your iCloud storage is full. And so today I was okay, we'll just unlink it from my notes thing. They deleted it. It was the saddest thing ever. But I do have the notes, but they just want me in chronological order. So alright, so in the first clip that we see, all three perfectionists, I'm gonna stop calling them liars because they're not liars. They're the liars, the perfectionists. It looks like they're drugging someone. They have powder or pills or something, and they're putting it in a glass with some type of alcohol, liquor, I don't know, something. And then it flashes, and I think it goes to Allie and Taylor in the RV. And so Taylor is pissed, mad, whatever, runs out, locks the door, locks Allie in, and drives off. I'm but why though? I feel the logistics in PLL never make sense. I don't know why you would lock someone in there and then drive. I literally say this. Let's see where I say this. I say Taylor. Okay, so we actually have a conversation with Taylor and Allie coming up, but I was I really don't understand why Taylor drove all that way if she wanted Allie to not find her. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't understand why. Okay, so the conversation with Taylor and Allie is that Taylor wants Allie to leave because she thinks that her mother has hired someone to find her because she thinks that her mother thinks that she's alive or knows that she's alive or something like that. So Claire, from Taylor's mindset, she thinks that Claire has hired people or is looking for her, and is because her and Allie think alike, and we'll get how we know that in a second, but because her and Allie think alike, she thinks that Claire has found a PI or herself to follow Allie to figure out where Taylor is. You get what I'm saying? Okay, so how we know that Taylor and Allie think alike? We know that Taylor and Allie think alike because Mona's program. Where did I write this down? Maybe that was in the other one. See, crap. I guess it was another one. But Mona's program connects similar personalities, personality traits. So if I'm, if I have dark humor or something like that, it's something that's specific, but close enough. So if I have dark humor and I'm super honest and bad at communicating or whatever, those that trio of things will be a personality trait number 1 or something like that. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's not just this person's funny and then you connect them together because everyone thinks they're funny in their own way. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's not just she's pretty. It's not personality traits. It's common, and maybe even a Myers-Briggs personality test, whoever are the same in that regard. So I don't really know. It doesn't really go into specifics of what Mona's thing is or what her program is, but it says that her programs connect similar personality types. Okay, so Ava and Caitlyn are having beef in the beginning. They're arguing, whatever. And I assume this is because of the whole like rat thing where Caitlyn like exposed her, or whatever. But Dylan is also like pissed at both of them. So like, why is everyone mad? And then Taylor wants Allie to leave. Okay, and then also in the episode, Ava gets a note. And she gets a call in the episode. So a note and a call. So let's talk about the note first. The note has chords on it, coordinates, and instructions to come alone. So it's like dreamer ... and then it says like make sure you come alone, and it has the chords on it. And it's in like her like pencil sharpener, like the old ones, like the metal ones from school. It's like in that type of thing. And then the call says something along the lines of like, at the time of the tone, it will be 11:30. So I think that's like saying come at 11:30. I don't know. So Maya and Ray are also talking, and Maya's at like Ray's place for like half the episode. So let's kind of unpack what they're talking about. So Mona and Ray, let me make sure I didn't talk about this. Okay, so it says right here, and then I'll like go back and like explain. It says right here, Ray was trying to warn her. Beacon Heights, May was trying to warn Taylor. Okay. So Ray was trying to warn Taylor, and then see, this is why I'm gonna start typing it up on my computer because this is just ridiculous. So Ray was trying to warn Taylor, and also, okay, where was that? Mona and Ray discussed Taylor and how his girl Angela also jumped off the same bridge. Okay, so while it was a piece of hair, but like I couldn't like physically like see it, and it was freaking me out. You know how like anyway, it looked like 2D, and I'm like, but I see it. So Ray and Mona are talking. Ray was the one who wrote like they're watching you under Allie's wallpaper, but it was like a message for Taylor. Um, Ray has lived there since he was like 15 at that like old abandoned place or whatever. Since he was 15, he met a girl named Angela. Angela couldn't take it anymore. Angela jumped off the same bridge that Taylor jumped off, but Taylor is alive. She didn't actually kill herself. Which makes me think, is Angela alive too? Like, you know, you can never like expect. You have to expect the unexpected when it comes to PLL. So they're talking. Mona's eating peanut brittle, even though she says she's on a diet or cleanse or whatever. Girl, please. Ray's cool though. We trust Ray. I trust Ray. They also say that it's possibly the same person that killed Nolan is also trying to kill Taylor. That's what Taylor tells Allie. Okay, so what we figure out later on in the episode is that the three perfectionists, Caitlyn, Ava, and Dylan, are trying to lure Mason to the cabin to drug him and then to like get him to confess everything to them, like on camera, so that they can be like, he killed Nolan, get off our backs. So Caitlyn is at Dylan's place trying to get everything in order for the night, but Dylan's also trying to like practice his piece. And then she's so stupid. She ignorantly tells Dylan that she was the rat and sold out Ava. No one's gonna be on your side in that. Like, no one's gonna be like, wow, Caitlyn, I completely understand. Like, no one's gonna be like, that was such like I don't care if you just told one person, like, you should not have told anybody. And then for you to tell Dylan that is just so stupid and so dumb, and I'm looking at her sideways because she's an idiot. And then we find out who Nolan was meeting that night. This was like a big thing in the episode, for me at least, because it finally answered one of our questions. Why was Nolan at the top of that building? Who was he meeting that night? And he was meeting, drumroll please, Allie. He was meeting Allie the night that he was murdered on the top of the building. Because he thought that there's like a clip with him and Taylor, I think from the first ep, when he is saying like, I think there's someone that we can trust, like I think she can help us, or I think they can help us. And it was Allie, and he was going to meet Allie, and before Allie got there, someone killed him. So that answers one of our questions. I put Zoe is the most, and as I was like, saying like, "Ugh, Zoe's so annoying." I was about to like type this up, like she's always on her phone, like she stole her jacket, like Zoe is the actual like worst roommate ever. In that app, you see like Ava like messing with like the pictures. Dylan and Nolan there's a picture of Dylan and Nolan in the bed, and they're both shirtless, and they're real cuddly. And Ava gets pissed. And I'm like, well, who could have put that in there? Could it have been Zoe? Could it have been, later on, I'm thinking, could it have been Booker? Because, she planning all these other things. Does she know? Does she have, like all these little secrets and stuff? Who knows? So Ava finds out about Nolan and Dylan. Ava storms in the cabin, and everyone is like debating and arguing, and Dylan's like, who died and made you boss? And Ava's like, Nolan. I'm like, oh snap, she got you. Oh snap, you can't even say nothing because she right though. And then Caitlin's like, okay, we're about to commit like a lot of felonies. Like, this is a problem. Like, we gotta take this serious. And then Dylan looks at Ava and is like, well, you're probably really comfortable with that. It seems like it runs in the family. Throwing big shots at each other. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is drama like the most. Like, no reason for this. So, alright. And then we cut to a clip of Mona, and she's sitting there, like, at the little table all alone. I'm like, okay, who's she meeting? None other than freaking ugly Dana Booker shows up behind her and is like, like, can I say it? Can I talk? And Mona's like, yeah, sure, whatever. Like, get off my back. And Booker sits down with Mona, and Booker's like, Mona, I could use your help for something. And Mona's like, yeah, you do need a makeover. I'm like, roaster. Okay. So, basically, okay, so this is what Booker tells Mona. Booker tells Mona, well, it like, is Allie and Mary, like, Alex and Mary Dre gonna like come get you? Basically, like, insinuating that Mona's crazy. But then Mona hits Dana with a mirror. Like, she's like, that's what got you in trouble with the FBI. You're connecting pieces that may not even fit together. And then Mona asked for the chess piece back, and the Booker picked up. And then Mona's like, everyone needs a white knight, but mine never showed. So I think Mona was meeting up with the chess player that she plays with. Who is she playing with? I still have that question from like 10 episodes ago. Like, not 10. We're on episode 5 now. Who is she playing with? I still have that question. Who is she playing with? Okay, so let's talk about Alex and Mary Drake. Alex and Mary Drake are from like the final ep of PLL, like the original. And actually I think they're from like the final like 2 eps. Alex is Spencer's evil twin. Yeah, not even joking with that one. We'll talk about that. I don't remember that being in the books, but we'll talk about that in a sec. And Mary Drake is Allie's mom's evil twin as well. So apparently, I can't remember like the actual storyline. I think it was that Mary Drake had Spencer and Alex, and um, Mary had Spencer and Alex, and then Mrs. De Laurentiis, which I can't remember like her name for the life of me, but Allie's mom had Allie, Jason, and Charles, who then turned into Charlotte, who is then Cece. It's a lot. So I don't even remember. I can't for the life of me think if like that was the actual plot of the book, because how it played out in like the TV show was like, y'all got evil twins now. Like, this was just like high school drama, like who killed who, and now y'all got evil twins up in this piece. Like, okay, like it just was a little much. It was a little much, but it was the final season. So I think they was just like writing stuff in, because everyone thought it was gonna end after like the 5-year thing. Like, everyone thought after they got out of the dollhouse, that was gonna be it. And we find out who A was, but then they just had to make another season, and it wasn't the best. I feel like it wasn't the best. Like, you could have just left it, you know? Like, I think maybe like a 2 hour special or something like that with all the girls getting back together and like Hannah being with Caleb again and Spencer being with Toby again and Arya and Ezra maybe being together and like Allie and Emily being together, like the whole like couple thing would have been cute, and it just didn't pan out that way, and it just got weird, and it was like a jail cell and like a replica of a house that was not really a house. Just watch it. It's crazy, but just watch it if you want to know more. All right, so Allie then brings Taylor back to her place. Well, their place, Taylor's place, the place. Allie brings her back, and Allie plugs in her phone and sees the message where Mona's like, "Don't bring her back," and she brought her back. So, yeah, frustrating. And then Ava's like, "I don't think you can trust people that." She's like, "I don't think you can ever be friends with people you don't trust." That's still at the cabin. They leave. Ava leaves, Dylan leaves Caitlin there. Dylan goes to his audition, and his like hands begin to shake because he has like that nerve problem. He's not supposed to even be playing. And he gets up, and they ask him what's wrong, and then he sits back down, and then he breathes. He starts again, kills the piece, plays it beautifully. While like the piece is playing in the background, it switches over to Ava. Ava's packing a bag with all the like the cash that her dad gave her, and the coat, that freaking Zoe stole. And she picks up the coat and the piece of like the styrofoam, like the what are they called, packing peanuts, like drops on the bed, and she like gets a flashback, like all the happy memories, like so cute. And then she just like throws it all back and she walks out. She's like, not like throws it all back. She like snickers, laughs, throws the peanut back, walks out with like her bag and like her trench coat and everything. Okay, so I also said this. Where's Mason from? I'm gonna look this up in a second at the end of the ep. What show is Mason on? Because I feel like Mason and Caitlyn were on like TV shows before. Caitlyn, I think, was on That's a Raven, but Mason was on something too, and I think I know what. We're gonna get into it at the end. We're gonna get into it at the end. I just remembered. Oh my gosh. Okay. Um, so I said when Mason hit us with that, "You and I can warm this place up," bro, I almost threw up in my mouth. That is so disgusting. And he was like, okay, Caitlin was like, "I'm cold, like, whatever." And he was like, "Okay, I'm gonna get some firewood." And then when he came back, he was like, "You and I can warm this place up." I was like, gross, like, ew. So, um, Ava tells Dylan that Nolan was like not good at communication or whatever. He was great at passion, had a lot of passion. So that's what he can tell. He can tell. That's what Dylan can tell Andrew to like get back together, whatever. And as I was typing, I was like, Mason is so creepy. As I was typing this, Caitlin picks up like a freaking wood plank, knocks this man over the head. I'm like, what? Like, girl, you couldn't have just told him to leave? Like, you couldn't have told him, like, get out? Like, what was the point? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Um, he's bleeding and she's running. Ava's also in the woods. Mason wakes up. That all happens in like 5 seconds. That's why I typed it like that. Because it's just like so quick. Well, she knocks him out like before commercial, and then after commercial, all that stuff happens. All right, so Ava's in the woods, and Dana shows up, and she planted all the stuff from Ava's dad, like the music box, like the lullaby that he used to sing, the note, um, like all that little stuff that Ava was finding around her room. That was Dana. Which is garbage. But she was like, that's perks of like not being the FBI anymore, not wearing a badge. I can bend the rules however I want. I'm like, ew, gross. Sound like Wilden. um, Wilden is from the first the original PLO. He was like in the first few seasons. He slept with Hannah's mom. To actually Hannah's mom slept with him to get Hannah's charges dropped. Oh, there was also another Hannah nod. When Ray asked Mona, he was like, "What were you doing at 15 or whatever?" And she was like, playing with my dolls and also stealing with Hannah. But I was like, yay! I feel like we, like us original, like die hard, like PLO, like fans, we love the little like nuggets that they give. Like I love it so much. It's just it warms my heart. Alright, so then the last part says Ray was trying to warn her Beacon Heights may not be as bad. Oh, I says I can't read, sorry. Beacon Heights may be just as bad or worse than Rosewood. So Mona's like, Allie, you better go get her from up there. Like, you gotta bring her back. We can't have her here. She's a danger. We don't know what she's gonna do. Whatever, whatever. Don't bring her back, you know? Should have read the message. Don't bring her back. So Allie goes up there and is like, well, what do you want me to say to her? And she's just like, tell her to get out. And so as Allie goes up to get her, Allie opens the door, looks in, Taylor's gone. Mona's pissed, as she has every right to be. Like, girl, I told you not to bring her back, but your phone was dead, whatever. We just gotta go find her and figure it out. So Ava's upset because she thought her dad was coming, and she sees the message from Caitlin, her voicemail, and is like, "Come here. We found Mason's phone. I got Mason's phone for you, and let's all meet at the old road." And Dylan's already on his way. All right. So Dylan's there, pulls up with Caitlin, talking to Caitlin, and then a car pulls up, and Caitlin like runs out in front of the street, like with the phone like high up in the air, like high up in the air like this, and it's like, Ava, like I got the phone, you know, whatever. It's not Ava. Somebody hits her with the car. Yeah, somebody hits her with the car, and whoever that was in the car that hit Caitlin meant to do it. Like they were driving erratically, like it was crazy. So as Dylan was on the phone, this was a funny part. As Dylan was on the phone, like on with 911, Ava pulls up and Caitlin's just like laying in the like ground, like like just like laying there looking like freaking Sleeping Beauty. I'm like, if you would have got hit by a car, girl, you would have not just been like laying here like everything's peachy keen. You would have been like shook. So as Dylan's on the phone, Ava's just like it was just like, help, help, somebody help. Like, what? Like, Dylan's over here on the phone, and Caitlin's just like, Ava's just like, help, like, just screaming. I'm like, they probably can't hear them on the phone with, like, all the noise that you're making. So, yeah. That's pretty much everything that happens in the ep. Next episode looks lit. It looks very much so like the PLO that I love and adore, with a bunch of investigating in the dark, creepy places of Beacon Heights. It's gonna be lit, okay? So we got a few questions answered. We got the question of who has been planting all this stuff for Ava. Is it her dad? Is it someone else? Is Ava's dad back? The answer is no, Ava's dad is not back. Dana Booker has been planning it all, trying to get Ava to come and like confess. And I'm gonna talk about that in a quick second. We also got the question of who was Nolan gonna meet on top of the roof in its alley. So let's backtrack a little bit to the interaction between Ava and Dana, because I forgot to mention this. Dana lured Ava to the woods because she thought that Ava still had the money. And she thought if Ava had the money, if she saw that the money was in Ava's bag, in Ava's possession, she could bargain with that, right? So she was like, you give me half or whatever, and I'll give, I'll let you go. Or you give me information, you get to keep all the money, and I get to figure out who killed Nolan. Well, Ava's smart, and Ava's like, here, look in the bag. It's a bunch of clothes, like a hairbrush, like nothing, no money in there. Ava left all the money in the car. Dana had nothing to go on. Dana left. Ava's like, I hope you get eaten by a bear. I'm like, honestly, same. So there's that. I think that's pretty much it for this episode, but I do want to tell you guys, Mason is the little boy from My Wife and Kids. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? That's also like really gross and disgusting and creepy. And like, what's his name? His name is like Lionel or something. No, what was his name? Let's see. That's hilarious to me. Yeah, everyone's looking it up because we know like he's from something. Mason. They already have. They do. They have a PLO wiki with the perfectionist though. New lies, new liars. Oh wow. Okay, so they have Pretty Little Liars, Perfectionist, and Ravenswood. Do y'all remember Ravenswood? It was literally like a 2-second thing. Like a 2-second thing. Noah Gray Cabby. Okay, let's copy. Sorry, this is like probably super annoying for you, but I'm just curious. Somebody said Noah Gray Cabby height. How tall is he for real? I don't know. But yeah, he played on My Wife and Kids. He also played on Heroes. That's all that I know from My Wife and Kids is the only thing. And then Caitlin from Fail Perfectionist. I know her name, but like I just don't know her right now. Caitlin Park Lewis. Caitlin Park Lewis. I said Caitlin Park Lewis. Okay. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yeah, like I said, let me know if you guys want to see the Sydney Park. Let me know if you guys want to see the like jail tour story time and what else? The jail tour story time and the get to know me tag. I don't know if I really want to do that one, but you know. If you guys want to see it, you can see it. Okay, so is she like the voice on Spirit too? I've never seen Spirit, but is she? They don't talk about her guest role, but I know her like guest role from when she was on That's a Raven. Y'all better give my girl some credit. Do you know what I'm talking about? Maybe you don't, but I do. Excuse you. She was a little bad kid from That's a Raven. Do y'all remember? I remember. Okay. Anyway, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. I will try to get this video up for you super soon. I'm gonna also try to do like the like time one where it like goes up at 12. It's like a pre-planned thing, or not 12 but 10. So if it goes up before then, you're welcome. But I am gonna try to figure out how like to get it so that it goes up at like 10. So I feel like that's just like a good time. It's it's at 8 and then it like posts at 10 episode from 8 to 9. I film from 9 to like 9:30 and then I post my nose right here. It's just so bad. And then I posted 10. So I'm gonna go ahead and edit up the thumbnail real quick. I'll see you guys next video. Kisses. See you next week. And yeah, I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys next video. Why do I always do it twice? Anyway, kisses. I'm your girl Rhea. Bye guys. Yay! See you episode 6.